Good evening, and welcome to the class of 2022 commencement exercises. Would you please rise for the national anthem performed by our select class of 2022 singers? Senior choir members, please walk over to Mr. Young at this time. Please be seated. Good evening, and once again, welcome to the class of 2022 commencement exercises. My name is Dr. Susan Brelsford, and I am the principal of Somerset Berkeley Regional High School. It is an honor to present this graduating class to all of you, and I know everyone here joins me in wishing all of you the sincerest congratulations on a job well done. Standing around me, we have students entering the medical field, cybersecurity, education, video game creation, and business. We have students who you will call in the future when you need an electrician, a lawyer, a cosmetologist, or an accountant. Students before you will someday be entertaining you on Broadway, movies, and television. There are students entering careers that haven't even been thought of yet, and there are also graduates entering the workforce. These are only examples of the myriad of fantastic futures ahead for these young people. There are also graduates entering the military. Would any member of the class of 2022 who is going on to serve our country in the armed forces please rise? Thank you for your service to our country. The class of 2022 is the first class of graduates who have lived under our new vision of the graduate. And judging by their case rally skit, which truly was one of the best skits I've ever seen in the 10 plus years of working here, we have definitely drilled into you what it meant to be a Raider. It is my belief that you will use the resiliency, academics, independence, digital citizenship, empathy, and respect that we've discussed all year as you begin this next chapter in your lives. Last week, I was in Mr. Horta's last economics class on his last day with seniors. He asked me about what I saw for the future of this world and the impact of the class of 2022 and what the impact would be on the world. Sorry, Mr. Hort, I'm paraphrasing. I'm certainly no predictor of the future, but I believe this future is bright. I believe you've all been listening and watching in the world that you are in, and in speaking with all of you, looking at the professions you're entering and knowing the people that you are, I believe each one of you has the potential to make this world a little better and a little brighter than it is. I implore you to strive each and every day to get up and give your best. Give of yourselves and find your passion. Competition, they say, is good for the soul, but compete with yourselves, not others. And above all, my advice for you is simple. Be a kind person, and if you do that, everything else will fall into place. I also encourage you to do your best to appreciate and live in the moment, rather than waiting for the next chapter to begin. Now that is easier said than done, and life, as we all know, has its ups and downs. But wishing it away doesn't allow you to appreciate the moments you are in. If it's a moment you're unhappy with, don't be afraid to ask for help to get out of it. If it's an amazing moment, try your best in this world of technology to live in that moment. Be present and enjoy it rather than snapping that selfie. And finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank your parents, grandparents, and family members for sharing these wonderful young adults, these graduates, with us. In all the strangeness of the last 4 years, we were really all in this together. And some of these young people taught me just as much as I think we taught them over these 4 years. Graduates, after we recess off of the field, thank the people who helped and encouraged you along the way. This is a day for nostalgia. It's a day for extra hugs. It's a day for happy tears and celebrations with the ones who have watched you grow into the adults that you now truly are. Welcome again to the class of 2022 commencement exercises. I am honored to be a part of this memorable day and thankful to be in this moment with all of you. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jeffrey Schoonover.
Families, friends, faculty, Dr. Brailsford, members of the school committee, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduates, good evening. I am particularly honored to be with you today at the commencement of the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School class of 2022. Not only am I here as your proud superintendent, but I'm also here as a very proud father of a graduate in this class. I have enjoyed seeing you create lasting friendships and watching you grow into the young adults you are today. When you were entering as freshmen, I told some of your teachers that this group of students was impressive. They were kind, hardworking, smart, and simply good kids. You did not disappoint. To me, this is a special class, and you have distinguished yourselves among other graduating classes as students, athletes, performers, and citizens. There will be many who will be sharing with you their wisdom and advice and asking you about your future plans. Some of you know exactly what you want to do with your life, while others have expressed some indecisiveness. That's completely normal. You are not supposed to have all of the answers right now. I am certain many of the adults here today, like me, changed college majors and/or career paths along the way. I did so as I experienced new things, following my heart and my instincts. The same will happen to many of you. As you move forward, keep an open mind and follow your passions. When you are doing what you are meant to do, it feels right and it feels rewarding. I want to extend my sincere congratulations to the parents and families of our graduates. Our graduates' achievement today is a result of their hard work and dedication, but it is also indicative of the unconditional support and encouragement that you have given them. I want to express my appreciation to the faculty and administration for their contributions to our graduates. It's not just the teachers here at Somerset Berkeley, but all of the teachers you have had along the way since preschool or kindergarten, whose collective goal it has been to prepare you for this very day. Your teachers taught you and encouraged you to think, to question, to analyze, to collaborate with each other, to communicate effectively, to be resilient and independent, to be empathetic and respectful, and to be critically engaged citizens. As you prepare for and go out into an ever-changing future, rely on the skills you have learned here at Somerset Berkeley to navigate that uncertainty. Work hard and to the best of your ability, and opportunities will be open to you along the way. One of my favorite quotes is from Benjamin Franklin, who said, "I am a strong believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it." I'll conclude with some quotes from someone who is perhaps more insightful than Benjamin Franklin. Kindergarten students. Last week I visited the elementary schools in Somerset and Berkeley, asking members of the class of 2034 to give advice to the class of 2022 for life after high school. To summarize their advice in their own words: don't litter, don't touch rattlesnakes, don't eat poisonous mushrooms, don't swim with sharks, don't spend your money on junk, don't make bad choices, always remember to clean your room, brush your teeth day and night, otherwise your teeth and breath will be so gross that people will run away from you. If somebody falls, help them. Make new friends. Be kind to people. If someone is mean to you, don't be mean back. If you are kind, the whole world will be kind and everyone will be happy. Try your hardest. It's fine if you don't make it perfect, because nothing is perfect. Dream hard. You can do hard things, even if they seem impossible. And finally, remember your families. That's great advice to live by. Class of 2022, wherever you find yourselves next, be kind, dream big, and work to the best of your ability. I wish you nothing but the very best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome our recently elected chairperson of the Somerset Berkeley Regional School District School Committee, Ms. Jennifer Andrews.
Thank you, Dr. Brailsford. Well, the sun is shining, the Celtics got a win, and you're all graduating. It's a pretty good 24 hours. I think we'll take it. To start off, I just wanted to recognize my fellow committee members who are here with us today. Rich Fenstermaker is our vice chair, Kelly O'Brien, Victor Machado, Kim Ferreira, and then a few others I want to recognize who have graduates in this class amongst you. So actually, first our former chair, Dean Larrabee, who is out there somewhere, whose daughter graduates today. Also Jolene Solomon, whose daughter graduates today. And Kim Ferreira, whose daughter graduates today. It's a good day for daughters. So on behalf of the entire committee, I'm honored and really pleased to extend our congratulations and our best wishes to the class of 2022. I'm so happy that we're able to have this ceremony today, and really grateful to the administrators, the teachers, the custodians, the support staff, and everyone else who's worked so hard behind the scenes to provide our graduates and their families with the event that you truly deserve. In thinking about what words I might be able to contribute to this already wonderful occasion, I decided that rather than share advice or alleged words of wisdom, I'd like to share with you instead one of my favorite poems. I think that it speaks to the kind of people you are and the kind of day this is. It is by Richard Wilbur, and it is called The Writer. In her room at the prow of the house, where light breaks and the windows are tossed with linden, my daughter is writing a story. I pause in the stairwell, hearing from her shut door a commotion of typewriter keys, like a chain hauled over a gunwale. Young as she is, the stuff of her life is a great cargo, and some of it heavy. I wish her a lucky passage. But now it is she who pauses, as if to reject my thought and its easy figure. A stillness greatens, in which the whole house seems to be thinking. And then she is at it again with a bunched clamor of strokes, and again is silent. I remember the dazed starling, which was trapped in that very room 2 years ago, how we stole in, lifted a sash, and retreated, not to affright it, and how, for a helpless hour, through the crack of the door, we watched the sleek, wild, dark, and iridescent creature batter against the brilliance, drop like a glove to the hard floor or the desktop, and wait then, humped and bloody, for the wits to try it again. And how our spirits rose when, suddenly sure, it lifted off from a chair back, beating a smooth course for the right window and clearing the sill of the world. It is always a matter, my darling, of life or death, as I had forgotten. I wish what I wished you before, but harder. On behalf of the school committee, thank you, daughters. Thank you, starlings. Thank you, writers. Thank you, iridescent creatures. Thank you for raising our spirits and for showing us how to lift off and courageously clear the sill of the world. We are so very proud of your resilience, your achievements, but most of all, your heart. And now, as you begin to write the next chapter in your story, we wish you a smooth course and a lucky passage. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Next, I would like to welcome back our senior concert choir students who will perform Omnia Soul, or Let Your Heart Be Stayed. Senior choir members, please go back and see Mr. Young. It is now my extreme pleasure to welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Mia Ann Russ.
Hi everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2022. I am so incredibly honored to be standing here before you today. I honestly can't even believe I'm here. As any of the faculty or any of you parents know, this class has been impressive in countless ways. Sitting on this field, we have multiple D1 athletes, people going to college on full ride scholarships, show choir superstars. We have kids here who have worked for years and saved up money to buy their own cars. Kids who really struggled through high school and are here today victorious. Kids who are kind. Kids who are thoughtful. Kids who grew up to be good friends. So to be honored in this way as your valedictorian, to be allowed to give this speech to such a deserving, such a talented class, really is something that I am proud of and something that I do not take lightly. I know for most of the school year, I showed up wearing pajama pants and looking disheveled from staying up late watching TikToks. But I promise you, being your valedictorian, achieving this goal, has always been my dream. If you're not aware, we are not told our class rank until the beginning of our senior year. So for the first 3 years of high school, I did not know where I stood in this great competition. I remember standing in my shower and using my finger to do math in the condensation on the curtain, just trying to figure out what grades I thought I needed to reach this goal. There were so many times when I wanted to give up, but I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't. This year, and high school in general, was very challenging for a number of reasons. The best way I can think to describe this past year would be with a quote from Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But it was ours. For better or for worse, these past 4 years have been our high school experience, and we wouldn't be the people we are today without every experience, good and bad, that we have had during this time. The true duality of this year for me can really be summed up by something my uncle said at dinner the other night. He lives in Florida, and he was in town to visit us, so my family went to dinner while he was here. We ordered, we had our food, and we were going to ask for the check when the waitress asked us if we wanted a dessert menu. And my uncle said, you know what, given the occasion, let's get dessert. And he elaborated for the waitress. Now, mind you, I come from a very chatty, very Italian family, so by this point, we've already been at dinner for 2 hours, and my uncle is tired from traveling and isn't truly paying attention. So he turns to the waitress and says, my niece just got into cancer, and my nephew was cured of Harvard. This little slip-up was funny for us, not so much for the waitress, but funny nonetheless and really symbolic of the year. My mom and I have joked this entire year that with every bad thing that happens to us, the universe apologizes by giving us something good. So my brother got cancer, and I got into Harvard. My dog died, and I got a scholarship. I lost people who I thought would be there for me forever, and gained steadfast and supportive friendships like never before. Now, I know that I'm only 18. I know that regardless of my being valedictorian or not, the advice I have to give to you is coming from a place of limited life experience. But nonetheless, I thought I would share with you what this year taught me. This year, I learned that no matter how much of a nightmare your life is, no matter how unfathomable your problems, not everything in your life has to be bad. You can still find moments of happiness amongst your hell. I realized this in February of this year. It was the Tuesday of our February vacation. I'd been in talks for weeks with a local doctor, and I was scheduled to go to her clinic and shadow her that day. I had bought an outfit that was essentially a costume of how I thought a middle-aged, successful, intelligent woman should dress. I was showered, hair straightened, and ready to go look at some nether regions. The doctor I was shadowing is a gynecologist. In theme with this year that has been wrought with medical problems, of course, this was also the day that my dog needed emergency surgery to remove the tumor that was growing on his left butt cheek. I've been told I should try to make this speech more polite and refined, but life is messy, and so I figured I would make this speech as real and unhinged as life has proven to be. I woke up that day, and my mom was supposed to bring my dog in for surgery, and I was supposed to go shadow a doctor. So I opened my eyes, sat up, took a big, deep breath, and choked on air that reeked of burned onions. Now, I have 2 older brothers, so having my house smell strange and unpleasant is not an unusual occurrence, but I had never smelled anything as putrid as this. Well, as it turns out, my mother let my dog out to go to the bathroom before she brought him to the vet for his surgery, and in the 5 minutes that he was outside, he got sprayed by a skunk. So now we're at a crossroads. I have this opportunity in less than 2 hours, and my house smells like skunk. I decide that I need to leave the house so that I don't soak up the smell before meeting this doctor. So, I leave, I get in my car, I get a Dunkin' Refresher, peach of course, and go sit in my dance studio's parking lot and contemplate my life. My very good friend Maggie Corcoran agreed to meet me in the parking lot that morning and help me figure out what to do. I thought that once my mom left with the dog, the house would no longer smell as bad and I could get ready to shadow the doctor. I was wrong. It didn't matter that I hadn't been around my dog that day. It didn't matter that I left the house as soon as I could. Even though Maggie wasn't even in the same car as me, she could smell skunk radiating off my skin and clothes. I canceled my shadowing opportunity. I took 5 showers that day. I bought 10 gallons of vinegar and put it in bowls all around my house to absorb the smell. I bought a new dog bed, and I helped my mom throw out a couch that we were sure would never be the same again. It didn't seem to matter how many times I showered or changed. I reeked of skunk for the rest of the February vacation. Still, that night, my best friends, Madison Dennis and Maggie Corcoran, picked me up and we went to Target, our favorite activity. Despite it being a bitterly cold and rainy February day, they let me be in the car with them, and we drove all the way to Target with the windows down so they could breathe. When I look back on this day, I don't think of missed opportunities. I don't even feel bad that in his last month of life, my dog both had emergency butt surgery and got sprayed by a skunk on the same day. I laugh because I remember the way Maggie gagged when I got in the car. I remember how Madison kept getting whiffs of me in the store and shuddering in disgust. My point is, there are a few situations in life that are wholly good or bad. After this year, I know that when your brother gets diagnosed with cancer and has to miss a semester of college, that's pretty bad. Other than that, other than sickness, other than death, there are a few things in life that are wholly bad. So try to see the good in your situation. In the words of the Lumineers, be your bright side. I would be remiss if I didn't dedicate part of the speech to all of the people who helped me get here today. To my best friends, Maggie and Maddie, thank you for letting me cry on your kitchen floors and for never failing to make me laugh. I love you both. Thank you to the Dennis family for years of letting me sleep at your house and for being my second family. Thank you to my dance teacher, Miss Jenna, for always pushing me and believing in me. Thank you to my wonderful teachers, specifically Miss Bergmeyer, for seeing me as a whole person rather than just a student. And thank you to all of my guidance counselors, especially Miss Meter, for all of the tears we shed together. And finally, thank you to my family. This part might get emotional. To my brothers, Jeremy and Corey, this year was horrible, but we're closer than ever before, and I'm so grateful for getting to grow up with you. And to my mom, we made it. You did it, Mom. Thank you for everything you did for us over the years, for coming to every dance recital, for jumping for joy at every test score, for driving me around while I screamed and cried, for being my #1 fan, and for holding this family together. If I grow up to be half the woman you are, I'll have joy, I'll be complete. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Thank you for a great 4 years, and I can't wait to see all that you do. You are my bright side.
Thank you, Mia. It is now my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian, Julia E. Viveris.
Hello, everyone. Fellow graduates, Superintendent Schoonover, Dr. Brailsford, distinguished school committee members, teachers, families, and friends. It is my absolute honor to be speaking to you today to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of the class of 2022. For anyone who does not know, my name is Julia, and along with everyone sitting here before me, I just finished one of the biggest chapters of my life. When people say the cliche line, "time flies," we often don't fully understand how true that is until we complete the one thing that felt as though it would never end. In the blink of an eye, we all came to this high school and became friends with students from different towns. We learned about topics ranging from Shakespeare to calculus. We poured our hearts into some of the best case rally skits that the school has ever seen. We celebrated victories at field hockey, football, and basketball games. We dressed our best for school dances. And most importantly, we made memories and learned from experiences that have shaped the people we are becoming. In the 4 short years at this school, we evolved from small freshmen walking the halls and getting lost to confident seniors preparing for the rest of our lives. As this chapter comes to a close, we should appreciate all of the endeavors that have built our characters, but also look forward to the world of opportunity that lies before us. Of course, I'm endlessly grateful for all of the individuals that have helped me reach this moment in my life. Without my mother's tenacity and striving for excellence, my father's watchful eye keeping me on the right path, and my brother Joseph's ability to comfort me when I'm at my worst, I wouldn't be the accomplished individual standing before you. Without all of my best friends, you know who you are, I would not have been able to work through the stress of being a high school student in our graduation. Without my dance family, I would have never developed my confidence or learned the value of persistence. Without all of the amazing teachers that I've encountered over the past 17 years of my life, I would have never recognized my potential to be successful and expand my knowledge. Every person that we encounter has the ability to make an impact on our lives if we let them. I implore all of you to open yourselves up to the lessons that present themselves to you and allow yourselves to grow from the influences around you. Life is not meant to be a solo mission. Only with the help of those around us can we truly become our best selves. As we all move forward on our unique paths in life, we're going to learn that not everything will always go our way. However, when things go wrong, we need to persevere. Take me, for example. I have awful eyesight. I barely made the age cutoff to start kindergarten, and I needed reading intervention in 1st grade. Yet, here I am, giving a speech as the class of 22's salutatorian. It's unbelievable. We cannot settle when it seems like things are not going our way. We need to continue to push forward. I'll never forget my first solo from dance. I prepared the dance for months and practiced until I knew each move by heart. But when I finally got to perform it at a competition, my score was less than ideal. For a time, I was so disheartened by my performance that the idea of stepping on that stage by myself again terrified me. Despite the fact that I was crushed, I decided that I needed to keep trying if I was ever going to get better. I continued to practice and learn about my strengths and shortcomings, and I eventually realized that I needed to make a change to showcase myself the best. That's when I decided to switch the dance style of my solo from jazz to tap, which is a very big deal in dance. It was a big change, but I felt confident that by starting fresh, I could improve. After I'd spent some time training this new style, I finally returned to a competition. To my surprise, my tap solo scored higher than I'd ever expected. From then on, I continued to rebuild my image of my own ability and started to have faith in myself again. Today, I'm a 1st place titleist for my solo. If I had quit after my 1st or even 2nd failure, I would have never reached this point. Our failures do not define who we are. Instead, we are defined by our resilience and ability to keep moving forward in the face of adversity. As we all move on from SBRHS and start to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of our lives, we need to be ready to seize every opportunity and walk through every door that presents itself to us. Whether you plan on attending college, going into the military, working in a trade, joining your family business, or taking any other path in life, there will be times when you have the choice to either remain stagnant or put in extra work to enhance your position. I challenge all of you to take that extra step and push yourselves to be your best. If you never take that leap and put yourself out there, you may never understand your full potential. One of my biggest takeaways from my years here at SB is that we all have the power to adapt to our changing surroundings. We have dealt with more schedule changes than any other school I know of, the many redesigns of Blue Raider blog, and of course navigating school in an online world. We may all still not fully understand what digital citizens are, but we are certainly the resilient Raiders that our vision of the graduate wants us to be. All of us have already overcome so much that I have full faith in our ability to adjust to our post-high school lives. No matter which path we take, we're about to be presented with more change than many of us have ever experienced. We're going to be surrounded by new people and new places, and we're going to have more responsibilities and independence than ever before. While these uncharted ventures may feel uncertain, our ability to adapt will allow us to prosper indefinitely. In the years that I've spent at this school, I've come to know so many exceptional individuals. Our class is filled with musicians, artists, athletes, doctors, teachers, scientists, and more, and I could not be more excited to see where each of our lives take us. Each of us has the ability to make a difference in this world, and can undoubtedly do extraordinary things when coupled with the right amount of hard work and dedication. So, in the timeless words of the Carousel of Progress, there is a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. My fellow graduates, we are about to enter a world of fresh experiences and endless possibilities. As long as we keep on dreaming and open ourselves up to this change, we will be unstoppable. Thank you.
Finally, I would like to call to the podium a person who needs no introduction, your class president, Sean Thomas Simmons.
Do that again. Thank you. Before I begin, I would like to thank you all for electing me your class president. Considering how many other candidates there were, it was a tough race, and one I was glad to win. For context, nobody else ran for class president. When told an aspect of being class president would be giving a speech at graduation, there was a slight chance I peed myself a little. I thought being class president was all about shaking your butt in a Yoda costume, but I guess I have to do more. Class of 22, here we sit, visible to all that love us and those who have witnessed our growth for these past 4 years. Or 3. Or 2. Or 1. Or sometimes we all have different paths, and that is okay. Today is a day where we are legally allowed to be as narcissistic as possible. And you can bet I am going to milk every aspect of that. The main point I want to address in my speech is the flexibility of the word power. The textbook definition of power is the capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events. You may be thinking, what does this kid that knows literally everything about RuPaul's Drag Race, what's he gonna tell us about power? To that I say, anyways, the most intriguing aspect of power is how versatile it is. For example, you can touch upon how powerful Whitney Houston's voice is. I don't know why I wrote this, but I wrote how much power it takes to use the uneven bars. It does take a lot of power. Or even how much of a power move it was for me to paint my entire body pink and wear 11-inch heels for a Halloween costume. The point is, there are many ways to express the word power, and that is what I would like to dive into. For starters, I would like to talk about the power of persistence. It seems that as soon as we turned a corner, there was something new to make us want to give up and revert to how life was. However, we stood firm. We were able to give the best Case Rally performance of all time. We created the best student fan section in the entire state, and all of us fought to ensure that nothing would take away from our beloved sports and extracurriculars. No matter how dim the light seemed to be, there was always a light there. None of us were going to let anyone take away what we've worked so hard for. Senior breakfast. Seriously though, I'm writing the speech before we get our breakfast, but I am very much looking forward to stuffing my face with French toast. An update on that, I ate one piece of French toast. Just think about all the things we fought to get back. Football, cheerleading, show choir, debate, tennis. All of this we persisted enough to be able to have once again. Not only for us, but for the underclassmen as well. Now, they're gonna have what we thought was meant for us, but instead was meant for us to build back up just for them. Of course, I cannot touch upon this without mentioning our incredible staff. They have been the ones to turn to every uncertain corner first, even if it meant we get a fraction of what was. Personally, I do not know what I would have done without show choir and theater in my life. And thanks to Miss Taylor Medina, Mr. Young, and Mrs. Isidoro, my dreams of a perfect senior year came true. I believe I speak for all of us when we say, thank you. Next, I would like to touch upon the power of LERV. Not love, LERV. Love can be found in various ways, like your love for a certain class, or even love for your significant other. Sometimes that love is visible to all of us, in the hallways, blocking traffic. Anywho, the power of love is something that cannot be explained or dissected. It is an emotion that takes priority over all, and that emotion is mainly found in our friendships. If you reminisce on what has occurred these last few years, love has taken the lead. At the beginning, we awkwardly sat and stared at each other. Somerset on one side, Berkeley on the other. In the blink of an eye, all of a sudden we were inseparable. Carpooling for snacks before our practices, spontaneous trips for Chili's. Some of you even went to out of state together. I don't get it. Unbreakable bonds were forged, and they only got stronger as the years went on. I got that in my mouth, you. Skimming the vast amount of graduates, I'm able to see so many people who I would sell my soul for. These people have made me the happiest I've been in my entire life, and they stick with me through the good and the bad, but more on them later. Along with communal love, we have been able to find self-love. In the media, self-love has been something heavily promoted and seen not as an accessory, but as a necessity. Personally, I used to never be comfortable in my skin. My weight, my sexuality, my face, it never felt good enough. I felt as if I was comedic relief sent to make other people smile and nothing else. Standing here now, I can confidently say that I do love myself. I have grown to be an outstanding person, and I will no longer deny myself that fact. None of us should deny ourselves who we are as people. When we all begin to find the parts of ourselves that we like, we will grow into a more loving and accepting society. I may not be perfect, but I don't plan on achieving perfection. Not a single person on this planet is perfect. Except for my mom. Hi, Mom! And I actually don't need anything from you this time. Perfection is not found with being perfect, but by continuously working to be better every single day. Love is so powerful, and when we lead with love, the rest will fall into place. The next topic I want to touch upon is the power of your words. In life, our words mean everything to others. Nobody can hear what you think, and other than body language, words are all you have. There is so much good that you can find with this, such as complimenting somebody's outfit, telling a friend that you were so grateful for them, and even commenting "Slay mamas" on somebody's beach post. Words hold most of the power we have as humans, and that can also have a negative effect. When you call something gay, it might not mean anything to you. That's another 2 months that somebody stays in the closet in fear of being discriminated against for their sexuality or gender. Making a comment about somebody's body may be a joke between your friends, but that equals 4 meals that somebody will not eat in order to have the perfect body. When you call somebody a racial slur to get your friends going, that's another 3 weeks that somebody will look at their skin and not feel any security. While we have come so far as a society, we have barely scratched the surface. So many comfortably sit in ignorance and just let our words convey horrific emotions. About strangers, about our friends, even about me. However, they cannot be the words that define us. We are all powerful, intelligent, And oh my God, we're so good looking. Like, girl. While words have power, I will not allow these words have power over who I am as a person. And I hope that none of you do as well. We need to find the power within ourselves to choose loving words and be persistent with them. You see what I did there? I liked persistence, love, like choice of words. Like, it all went together, okay? My final topic, which is my favorite one, talks about the power of change. You may be sitting in the audience, a student, a parent, anybody, and you might not be proud of the things that you've said and upset by the hurt that you've caused. There was a point in my life where I was not proud of who I was, so I opened my heart to change. There is so much to learn, so many ways we can all become better people, and that does not end with high school. Your life is not set when you leave this building. We are all heading out to our own adventures, and we could do whatever the hell we want, so why not? You could go to school and get a master's in biology, and then ending up being the owner of an amusement park. You can name it Seanland, and I will let you use my face for that. But that's the beauty of life. It's unpredictable. Our plans, our relationships, us as people, it is all about being ready for the roadblocks and having a new route ready to try out. Once again, being a perfect human isn't about achieving perfection, but it's about never closing yourself off from being better. I cannot wait to see where all of our lives take us. And I will, because I have all of you on Snapchat. Don't be afraid to take that risk, because it could be the best decision of your life. To the underclassmen, I have one piece of advice. Your revenge is your success. There are going to be people out there who use the power of their words for malice and will take any chance they have to attack you. The best way to stick it to them is to live for you. Do what makes you happy. Find comfort in the things that fill your soul, and never let somebody make you feel less for who you are. I've been so blessed to find so many friendships amongst you all, and watching you grow into who you are meant to become will be one of the proudest moments of my life. To the staff, thank you so much for always finding new ways to make this year the year we dreamed of. Even when we pushed buttons that may or may not have involved backwards cups, and not cups, caps, red solo cups. You still wanted the best for us and saw the light inside each and every one of us. I have made lifelong relationships, and I know that I will always be able to find comfort and wisdom from all of you. Thank you for helping me find my groove, for always looking for the light inside of me. I have gained such amazing relationships that have shown me that teachers do not want us to be perfect students, but rather happy students. Also, thank you to those who let me drool on your desk when I walked into class and zonked out. And for legal reasons, that was a joke. Finally, our senior class. Thank you for seeing me for me, for allowing me to make the decisions that would affect how the year goes, for seeing my vision, and for trusting me these last few months. Most of all, thank you for the power. There was a point in my life where I never thought I would even make it to this point. I had absolutely no power to fight for myself, to see my true self-worth. Being powerless was truthfully one of the scariest periods of my life. No power to love, to change, for happiness. I'm speaking. It's getting in my mouth, I'm gonna hold it. With the help of my family, my friends, my teachers, even every single person who even smiled at me, you reignited my flame. You saw the good in me. You saw things within me that I never thought were true. Not a single person gave up on me, which meant I could not give up on myself either. Standing in front of you now, I can finally believe it. I believe in myself. I believe in you all. And I believe in the power of Dua Lipa. For real, that girl can sing live. Anybody go? I did. In all seriousness, I could not have been happier with how this all went. And I cannot wait to see you all thrive. Thank you for the power. Thank you for the memories. And thank you for the love. I'm also single.
At this time, I would like to call Superintendent Schoonover to the podium. The Superintendent's Award is given to the highest ranking senior. This award is based upon scholarship, loyalty, and achievement. The 2022 Superintendent's Award is given to Mia Ann Russ. Citizenship Award is presented to the member of the class who is outstanding in character, citizenship, and scholarship. It is voted upon by the Scholarship Committee, comprised of administrators and staff members. And this year's recipient is Sophia May Cuccini. Finally, every year the faculty of Somerset Berkeley Regional High School comes together to present a scholarship to students that they vote exemplifies the qualities and vision of a Somerset Berkeley Regional High School graduate. The Kyla McGarry Scholarship is given in memory of class of 2021 member Kyla McGarry, whose legacy of being a true Raider lives on in this award. The money for the roses carried by our graduates tonight was raised by the generous contributions of the Somerset and Berkeley communities to raise funds for this scholarship. This year there are 2 recipients, as there was a tie in the vote from our staff. We could not pick just one. The first recipient of the Kyla McGarry Scholarship is Mia Ann Russ. And the second recipient of the Kyla McGarry Scholarship is Lillian M. Gentile. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Somerset Berkeley Regional High School Band to perform When Eagles Soar, Where Eagles Soar. Excuse me. past week, students were recognized and awarded a variety of scholarships and awards at our National Honor Society recognition ceremony, as well as the Senior Music Awards. Would students that received honors on these nights, including our members of the National Honor Society, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our athletic awards are upcoming, and we also extend our congratulations to those soon-to-be recipients as well. And now for the moment we've all waited for. Would Mr. Christopher Silva, a member of our English Language Arts Department, please come to the podium to present our graduates?
Ashlyn Marie Aguiar. Ashton M. Aguiar. Max Hunter Aguiar. Ariana Ray Avery. Nathan J. Alvarez. Zachary T. Aldrich. Benjamin G. Allen. Anthony Almeida. Matthew R. Almeida. Michaela Allison Silvana Angelini.
On the way.
J. Dylan E. Andrews. Buffy Falaftier Gamil Aziz. Jason A. Pagano. Leasia Anaya Dawson. Sam Cisne Sorial Banu. Jilson Carlos Batista. Colton John Bartlett Baptiste. Pedro Ferreira. Ryan Joseph Barros. Daniela Alessandra Casario Vasquez. Kyle Francis Valle. Brennan M. Blazes. John Frederick Ford. Aiden M. Borges. Gavin M. Borges. Isabel Borges. Abigail Rose Patel. Philip Miguel Braga. Ashton Raymond Brighton. Alyssa A. Brennan. Catriona Brooks. Sarah K. Bryant. Shane Michael Bryant. Lindsay Janelle Bumpus. Lily Ryan Bureau. Max M. Ruscati. Elena Jean Cabral. Vincent H. Tamara. Savannah Marie Cantello. Tyler Miguel Carlo. Nathan P. Caruso. Brendan Chapman. Olivia Ann Shiraz. Kendall Lee Shaw. Karis Clark. Sarah Marie Coelho. Anna J. Connor. Dylan Michael Cooley. Maggie Fitzsimmons Corcoran. Nathan Cordero. Joshua R. Correa. Joshua Costas.
Yeah! Yeah, baby!
Kate Coffin. Sophia Rose Kudo. Morgan M. Cucci. Drew Crow. Emily R. Daigle. Cameron J. DuPont. Madison Kelly Dennis. Jared DePina. Emma Lori Destrance. Amber Lynn Dias. Ethan Richard Dias. Christina Lauren Dias. Crystal Elizabeth Dias. Jacob Pachico Dorado. Amy Jory Doucette. Cody Draper. Sydney Rose Dufresne. Gage Earl. Luke Elon. Hayden Irwin.
Yeah! Woo!
Mackenzie Ann Ferreira. Caroline Blaze Field. Corinne Fisher. Julia Elizabeth Foley. Emma Grace Franklin. Madison Riley Frank. Alexis L. Frere. Anthony James Furtado III.
Yeah!
Abigail Francis Gajewski. Abigail Grace Phillip. Alexis K. Gardner. Elijah Ginger. Lillian M. Gentile. Dylan Glazier. Blake Davis. Hannah Dorothy Grisham. Keegan T. Hammer. Dylan Harbeck. William Perry. Aiden Andrew Hinton. Catherine Blake Pimbens. Madison M. Cooper. Emily M. Howe. Benjamin Hewitt. Nicole Perry Hudson. Miles A. Isadora. Athena Francis Jankowski. Mary C. Joe Ladada. Seth William Johnson. Shane P. Kelly. Colin Patrick Killoy. Richard Jonathan King. Jason Clark. Abigail Knight. Allison R. Forrest. Theodore Kyriakakis. Paige Barbara Lacerda. Elizabeth A. Larry. Noah Robert Lazaro. Cameron D. Longton. James Joseph Longton Jr. Dylan P. Look. Ethan L. Look. Justin Ace Machado. Sarah Elizabeth Machado. Noah Maker. Faith McKenna McGee. Ross Edward Marino. Noah Martell. Amber Lynn Morton. Lainey Ray Clark. Zachary John Martin. Kenilson Junior Mason. Courtney Drew Matters. Caleb Kenneth McKee. Emily Rose McKenna. Abigail Medeiros. Adrian N. Medeiros. Alexis Page Medeiros. Ryan A. Megman. Bethany Ray Mellon. India L. Mellon. Brady Mellon. Corey Edward Mercer. Abigail Brooke Monahan.
I love you!
Cameron J. Lawrence. Caitlin L. Moniz. Chloe Andrea Moniz.
I'll give you 100.
Aiden J. Montag. Brandon Montero. Greta A. Moore. Matthew Paul Marr. Savannah Munnis. Eliana Lynn Nasral. Connor Nelson. Emily M. Moreno. Cody David Bennett. Jonathan M. Oman. Adriana Rose Oliver.
Thank you. I feel like a freaking...
Benjamin D. Oliver. Isabella Pachicha. Joshua Stephen Pachicha. Abigail Elizabeth Paul. Alexander Pedro. Noah Pennell. Zachary T. Perry Driscoll. Kira Lee Peterson. Riley K. Ketchum. Christian Daniel Pimentel. Matthew Poirier. Allie
I would dap you up, but you're too far.
Hannah Travis. Sophia May Puccini. Carlos Rene Quevedo Jr. Aiden Paul Carrero Raposo. Jared G. Raposo. Julia N. Rappel. Ethan Joseph Rebello. Christopher Reed. Nicholas Reese. Jaden A. Reyes. Kimberly Alexandra Reyes. Finnegan A. Richards. James M. Richards.
Don't flip!
Alexis E. Ridge. Grace Catherine Riley.
Love you, Lexi!
Dominic J. Rivera. Devin Rodriguez. Dylan Rodriguez. Jesse Rodriguez. Rebecca Lee Roy. Claire Elizabeth Lamont. Adam W. Yamera. Thomas Scott Rose. Lauren Virginia Rothwell.
I'm gonna follow this. $20.
Leah Ann Russ. Tyler A. Sanford. Federico Sansone. Sierra J. Santos. Mason Sawyer. Jack Harrison Schooner. Kiri Ann Stetson. Abigail E. Shea. Mackenzie T. Shea. Faith Elizabeth Sylvia. Sean Thomas Simmons. Megan E. Soares. Grace L. Solomon. Drew J. Souza. Abigail Taylor Spellman. Carter J. Stevens. Lily Mae St. Pierre. Joseph Struck. Colin Mark Sullivan. Courtney Elizabeth Tavares. Victoria Tavares Dialini. Ethan Seth Terra. Jenna Lynn Tebow. Jace Aaron Thurber. Cole Joseph Travis. Aiden J. Valcourt. Kaylee Veloso. Alexander Peter Vincent. Julia Elizabeth Viveris. Helen F. Walczewski. Allie B. Williamson. Alexandra P. Woodford. Tyler Woodward.
We would like to thank everyone for attending tonight's ceremony. This celebration is a community event, and we thank all of you for your help and support. There are many, many people to thank for making this day possible. First of all, Mrs. Ducuto, Ms. Ferris, and Mrs. Ferreira, this day would not have been possible without you. And Mrs. Ferreira is very sorry she had to miss tonight's ceremony, but she extends her sincere congratulations to every single one of you. Mr. Young and Mrs. Roush, thank you for your leadership and direction of our select singers and band. You all sounded wonderful. We'd also like to thank Ms. Peckham for live streaming this event. Especially thank you to our buildings and grounds and custodial staff who truly moved mountains to make tonight happen. But most of all, thank you to the families of these young
young people for sharing them with us these past 4 years. We look forward to hearing what all of your futures hold. Please keep in touch and let us know of your successes. At the conclusion of this ceremony, we will recess off the field to the front of the building, where we invite families to meet up with your graduates. As we leave, you will hear messages recorded by our faculty and staff, sending all of you well wishes. We will also ask that all guests remain seated in their current locations until our graduates have left the field. Superintendent Spinova, school committee members, parents, family, and friends, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you the class of 2022. Congratulations.